I always thought I was a good father. Not perfect, sure. I worked long hours, missed a few recitals, and maybe wasn't the most emotionally available guy. But I provided for my family. I was there when it mattered, or so I thought. So when my daughter Emma announced she was getting married, I was thrilled. I imagined walking her down the aisle, that moment where she'd squeeze my arm before stepping toward a new chapter of her life. I even started practicing a speech. Nothing too sappy, just enough to make her smile. Then came the conversation. It was over dinner, just me, my wife, Linda, and Emma. She was fiddling with the edge of her napkin when she finally blurted it out. "Dad, about the wedding. I don't want you to take this the wrong way, okay?" I laughed. "Emma, just say it." She hesitated. I think it'd be best if you didn't come." Silence. My fork clattered onto my plate. "What?" My voice came out harsher than I intended. "It's not personal," she rushed to say, avoiding my eyes. "It's just Sean's family, they're really particular. And well, we want to keep things small and uncomplicated." Uncomplicated? Linda reached for my hand, like she could soften the blow. "Honey, don't make a big deal out of this." "Don't make a big I," pushed my chair back. "You're telling me I can't come to my own daughter's wedding, and I'm the one overreacting?" Emma flinched. "Dad, please. It's just one day. We'll celebrate together another time." I looked at Linda, waiting for her to step in to say, "Of course he's coming, Emma. He's your father." But she just squeezed my hand and gave me that tired, "Let's not do this now, look." So I left the table. I went upstairs, packed a bag and booked a trip to Mexico. If my presence was such a problem, I wouldn't be a problem at all. I landed in Cancun 2 days before Emma's wedding. A resort with an open bar, a king-sized bed, and the sound of the ocean. I told myself I was fine. Better than fine. If they didn't want me there, why should I sit around feeling sorry for myself? But something nodded at me. I hadn't heard from Emma since that dinner. Not even a "Hey, are you okay?" Nothing from Linda either. Not even my son Jake. Then the night before the wedding, my phone started buzzing. First, a missed call from Linda. Then another. Then Emma. I ignored them, but when Jake's name popped up, something inside me told me to answer. "Dad," he said, his voice tight. "Where are you?" "What do you mean, where am I?" "I'm in Mexico." Silence. Then shit. I sat up. "What's going on?" More silence. Then he whispered, "You need to come home now." My pulse spiked. "Why? What happened?" Jake's voice cracked. "It's Emma." The next flight wasn't until morning, and I spent the entire night staring at my phone, heart in my throat. Linda texted, "Call me." Emma's maid of honor messaged, "We need you here." I landed just after noon, still clueless, running on no sleep and too much adrenaline. When I arrived at the hospital, Jake was pacing in the lobby. "Where is she?" I demanded. Jake didn't meet my eyes. "Dad, there's something you need to know." He hesitated, then muttered, "Sean's not who we thought he was." My stomach dropped. What the hell does that mean? Jake clenched his jaw. "He hurt her, Dad." I went ice cold. "What?" "Emma showed up at the venue this morning, with a black eye. A fucking black eye." His voice shook with rage. "She finally admitted it. Sean's been controlling her for years, isolating her, manipulating her. And Mum. She knew." I barely heard the last part. The world blurred around me. Sean had hit my daughter, and I hadn't been there. When I entered Emma's hospital room, my breath caught. She looked so small. Her eye was swollen, her lip split. My little girl. My baby. She tried to smile. Dad. I sat beside her and took her hand. Tell me everything. Tears welled up in her eyes. He never wanted me to see you. He said you were too controlling, that you'd try to take me away from him. He convinced me you'd cause trouble. So I thought keeping you out of the wedding would make things easier. Her voice broke. I was so stupid. I shook my head. No, honey. He was the one who did this to you. Her lips trembled. I wanted to call you so many times, but I was scared. I felt rage boil in my gut. Where is he now? She swallowed hard. Gone. When Jake and Mum saw me this morning, they made me tell them everything. Sean freaked out and left before the police got there. I stood up. My fists clenched. He's not getting away with this. Dad. But I was already out the door. I don't remember driving to Sean's place. I don't remember storming up to his front door, only that my knuckles were bloody before the cops pulled me away. They found him a day later trying to leave town. And Linda? I wish I could say I forgave her. That we worked through it. But the truth is, I don't know if I ever will. She didn't hit Emma, no. But she knew. Maybe not the full extent, but enough to be suspicious. Enough to look the other way. We didn't want to upset her, she told me later. We thought he'd change. I left the house that night and never went back. Emma moved in with me after the divorce. It took a long time for her to trust again, to believe she deserved better. But she does. And one day, when she meets the right man, the one who cherishes her, who sees her worth, I'll be there. Front row. Where I always should have been.